In this video, we're going to be looking at interest rates conversion, and we're going to be looking at compounded quarterly, 3 times a year, monthly, half yearly, biennial, triennial, quadrennial, quinquennial. So compounded quarterly is basically 4 times a year, and then we're going to look at what at compound interest. So we're going to look at what at compound interest, and we're going to look at how these affects it. So the compound interest is A equal to your P into your 1 plus I exponent n. This is basically when it is compounded yearly. And then at other periods, we can say A is equal to your P into 1 plus your Im all over m exponent m times n. So this n basically mean for what? For years. It is for years. And then this m and this m, this m, they are just for what? For compoundings. So if it is compounding monthly, so you can say it's equal to p into what? 1 plus ui, what it is compounded quarterly, it's 4, so it's going to be 4 all over 4 exponent 4 times n, and this n is for what? For years, so we substitute years. And then what is I for? So how do you see it in a question? So say our question is what is 8%. So you're given that interest is 8% per annum compounded quarterly. So if they say it's 8% per annum compounded quarterly, then this 8% is what is your I for. So that will be what your I for, and you substitute what your I for, and then for years you're going to substitute it at n. Let's look at what the 3 times a year. So for 3 times a year, it just says itself. So we have p into 1 plus ui3 all over 3 exponent 3 times n. So you substitute n for what? For years, depending on how many years we're going to be compounding this for. Then for monthly, we know that this is what is 12 times. So it is 12 times because there are 12 months in a year. So it's 12 times a year. So we will have like p into 1 plus ui 12 all over 12 exponent 12 times n. And I can't stress that enough, that if you have a question, say you're given that it is 12% per annum compounded, so I'm going to write compounded like that, compounded say monthly. So if they say it like that, compounded monthly, so this 12% is what is your I12, so you're going to substitute it at 12. If they say for 4 years, so you're going to substitute this for what? For n. If you want to find what your accumulated value or else your principal, so it really doesn't matter. So now we're going to move on to half yearly. So for half yearly, we know that this is what is 2 times a year, and you can say half yearly or you can say semi-annually. So if you say semi, this is semi-annually, it's just the same as what is half yearly. And how we treat this, we say that is p into what your 1 plus your I2, because it's 2 times a year, divided by 2 exponent 2n. So you can see that really what is important here is how many times it is a year that you're going to be substituting here. Now let's come to what? To biennial. So biennial is 2 times every 2 years, or it's just twice or 2 times. Okay, I can just say times every 2 years. So every 2 years, just like triennial is 3 times every 3 years. Quadrennial is 4 times every 4 years. Quinquennial is 5 times every 5 years. So you can have other compoundings, they will just be the same. So I'm going to make 2 biennial as well as quinquennial. It's just the same as for triennial as well as for quadrennial. So for biennial, so we can say that this is equal to p into your 1 plus, so your I for biennial is a half, divided by a half, exponent a half times or times n. That's how you treat it. And then let's look at what at compounded quinquennial. So if you are compounded quinquennial, so we can say that this is your I exponent 1 over 5. 1 over 5 is same as 0, 0,2, so I can just write 0, 0,2, or you can write 1 over 5, and you can write 1 over 5 or 0, 0,2 then times or times n, so it is times n, so it's quinquennial.